honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
The give is to Elliott. And he's got some space here. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And all the way down to the 27. A big run that time by Elliott. 48 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 7 yards on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. From the 41, Prescott. And an alley to run. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football,
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 9 yards on the touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
54. Mike, 54. Not today, you are. Not today.
On second down and 4, Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
I'm here all day. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 22. Jet, Palmer. 22. Jet, Palmer. We're going to 54. Why in? Kill. Hey, turn it out.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, come on, now. Come on, now. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Share.
Here we go now with Waller. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. This is Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
A first down carry by Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Here we go, 46. Right there. 46.
On third down, it's Prescott. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's taken down inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike's 5-4. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Here we go, 47. 54, 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Second and goal from the 1.
I smell fear now. They were going to 53.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the screen.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Play action now, Cousins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Let's go, baby. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 25. Check 3, bring up 48. Patch it. 80 weapons. Go ahead.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Cousins, open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, my 7.
Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through. Back now in Arlington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Two yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Oh, wide open, complete. A big play here for Dallas. 57 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jahan, what are you? My 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Cousins. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And some room to work. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Play action now, Prescott. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. But now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And a key number.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. The sack by Robert Quinn.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. Cousins to throw it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Cousins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you...
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And